What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is a brand new episode of the MMA Complex. My name is Josh,
And I'm James.
and it's November 1st, right?
Yeah, first day
Day
of
after Halloween.
November.
Yeah. Yeah. How was your Halloween, man?
I didn't do much. Seems like as I get older, it doesn't mean much to me much anymore. I don't know.
Uh,
I just went. I'm a girlfriend's house. We watched some scary movies and ate
yeah.
a bunch of crap.
Well, I stayed in the neighborhood because we live in the same neighborhood, and this was my first Halloween in this neighborhood, and it was madness. It was, I think, because we have so many like schools around us. There's a high school. We have a couple high schools, and then there's like elementaries and like Catholic elementary
Mm.
here. It was madness. It was kids like nonstop for like 3 hours. There's tons of kids. I wonder. I wanted to see. I was curious to see how your side of the neighborhood was. If it was just as busy.
I wasn't home, so I
Oh
wouldn't
no.
know.
Wait, did you ask any of the family members?
No,
How it was?
they took my nephew trick or treating, so they weren't home
Oh,
either.
okay.
So
Oh, okay. No, it was yeah, it was pretty crazy. We went through bags. I don't know how many pieces of candy, like 400 or so. I don't know how they calculated how many
Jesus
pieces of candy
Christ.
that we went through. We had like 4 or 5 bags of 100 and something each. So we went through a lot of candy in that 3 hours or so, 4 hours.
Yeah, if you think about it, I mean, Halloween's kind of strange, right? A bunch of kids coming to your house and you give them
Yeah,
candy. That's kind of
there were some
weird.
good costumes though, man. Did you see any? Oh, you didn't really go outside, huh?
No.
One of my favorites is a group of kids that had what's it called from The Purge.
Hmm.
They all dressed like the Purge. They had like the mask and all that, and then they were walking around with like a recorded like one of the Purge announcements on the when they announce the
Mm.
Purge, and there's like that on the news on the TV. There's they're walking
Oh,
around with
that's
that. I thought
cool.
that was pretty cool. I was like kind
Huh.
of creepy, and they all had like little machetes and machine
Yeah.
guns, and I thought that was pretty creepy. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird how like you look outside and see a bunch of like costumes, and yeah,
Yeah,
the whole thing's weird. We really, sit down and think about
yeah.
it.
It was a good time. I mean, I didn't really pass out that much candy. I was kind of hanging out, watching movies, you know, enjoying the night. That was about it.
What you
Eating a
guys
lot. We
watch?
ate a lot of pizza. Um, a lot of horror movies. There's one movie, Dark Water. Have you seen it with Jennifer Connelly?
Mm-mm.
No. She's so freaking hot. It's so distracting. I can't even watch a movie. Like, with her. I'm like, I
That's
can't watch
funny.
this shit anymore. I'm like, she's so
Yeah.
hot. I'm not even scared. And then there's that, and then what else? I put on like Nightmare Before Christmas, Hellraiser,
Mm.
Exorcist, all the usuals. Like,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. It was a good night though. A really relaxing night. And then
Yeah, I mean,
um,
it wasn't a Tuesday, so you can't really do
yeah.
much.
Then afterwards, I came and fixed up a little bit more in the studio, and then that was about it.
Mm.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad night. How about the weekend? How was your weekend?
What did I do on the weekend? I worked, and Jesus, I don't even remember what I did. To be honest, I think I was with my girlfriend, like I usually am. But I don't. We don't even do much. We just stay at her house and we eat.
Yeah,
I eat. Actually, I eat, and we don't,
I
we
ate a
don't do
lot.
much.
I ate a lot over the weekend for sure. There's like Halloween party I went to at the Lincoln Park show on Friday,
Mm.
which was like amazing. I know we talked about this already beforehand, but it was a great show, man. It was like 3 hours long, 30 songs, just flowed. And then you had people special guests, some that were announced, some that weren't announced, and then just came out, played, each one played like one or two songs, um, only Linkin Park songs, and with the band, sometimes without the band. And I mean, they did a great show, man. Emotional show, for sure.
Mm.
Emotional show, but really, really good. Sold out. All that. Hollywood Bowl, loved it. I was wasted beyond belief. Went to work the next morning. It was a struggle. I didn't tell you about that part. It was a, it was a
I
struggle.
mean, yeah. I mean, when you get drunk, you
It was,
you go
it was
all
bad.
out.
It was bad. Um, and this first time really I've gone to work or like in a long time I would say like that. But it was a good time, good weekend.
That's good.
Yeah. The fights over the weekend. You had UFC Sao Paulo, which was great.
Hmm.
Um, you had Machida, Derek Brunson. Then you had Colby Covington and Damian Maia in the main event. That was this weekend. I caught that too. I was at the Halloween party watching that.
Mm.
Um, let's break down the co-main event first. What'd you think about that fight? What'd you think about the the performance of Covington beating Damian Maia and pretty handily, pretty convincingly, and stopped him along the way. I mean, what do you break down? What do you think?
I didn't watch no fights at all, so I can't really commentate on that. But I mean, Kobe won.
Great.
Yeah, I forgot to DVR it. I even forgot that it was on.
Yeah.
Um,
Which
I
is
did see.
not a fault of your own though, and I mean yeah, we miss some fights every now and then, or at least we
But
have to go
there's
back
so
and watch them. There's
much.
so many.
There's so much UFCs. It's like I'm
No,
getting.
I already knew kind of like that you weren't gonna be able to watch it because you obviously you had work and you had a lot of things to do.
Yeah, well, usually like I'm good at DVR it, but like I'm
Yeah.
getting like I don't know if it's a good thing or bad. I'm getting
So
kind
okay,
of sick of.
yeah, I didn't know
I'm
I
getting
didn't.
sick of them like MMA like every weekend. It's like, oh my god, I need a break.
Yeah,
But I mean, I did catch
the highlights.
his post fight.
You got the
Yeah,
highlights.
his post fight interview was what I
Yeah.
liked the most. But you go ahead and break
Okay,
down.
I'll break down the fight because I saw the fight. I knew that you probably weren't going to be able to catch it, but I saw the fight. It was a great fight, man. It was Colby. You know his striking isn't as you know expert level striking, but he stuffed all of Damian Maia's takedowns. Damian Maia came out right off the bat as an aggressive striker. Um, kind of went with that game plan, and it worked for him for a while until Colby kind of started to get his footing. Kind of got the idea that hey, Damian was gonna just kind of stand with me. I guess he's not even gonna try to take me down. He's coming at me full
Yeah.
force. So once I think Colby Covington kind of changed his game plan to match Damian Maia's, it kind of started to turn in his favor. By that point, I think for Damian Maia, it was a little bit too late when he started to go for takedowns because Colby was already knowing that he was already getting the upper hand in the striking, that Damian Maia was going to go straight for the takedown, and he was well prepared, stuffed pretty much every takedown, bloodied him up. Anytime he didn't play on the ground with him too much. He made him get up, so it was pretty much that. You can imagine that it was a rinse and repeat. Beat him on the feet. A lot of leg kicks. Damian Maia likes to keep his front foot out. A lot of leg kicks, and just a barrage of punches. Not expert level striking, but effective. So he bloodied him up, man. He beat him up and stuffed all his takedowns. And Damian Maia really didn't have much. If you can't take him down, there's not a whole lot Damian Maia can do for that long.
If you first is
So
strike with somebody.
It was a good fight, and then you had the post fight antics where the his post fight interview, which very controversial. Did you think it was that controversial, or what do you think?
No, not at all.
No?
I mean, Chael Sonnen said worse things about Brazil than Kobe did.
Yeah,
I mean, that whole black and white interview that Chael did,
yeah,
saying that Brazilian kids playing with rocks and because they have no technology. I think that's worse.
Yeah.
But then again, but it's a fight game. It's not like I don't know. I think people are just too sensitive nowadays. And a lot of people don't know that he was cutting he was doing a pro wrestling gimmick.
Yeah.
Because he was on TNA a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or yeah. Or he's an actor of TNA rock. He's on the TNA roster.
Colby Covington?
Yeah, he's a pro wrestler. Yeah.
Oh.
He was he's gonna be on the Bound for Glory pay-per-view coming up pretty soon.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so he's just doing this pro wrestling, and anybody that can't understand, like, I mean, Connor did some I think say worse things in the public than Kobe did.
I think so too. I think it was right along the same lines as Chael Sonnen, or like when he would talk about Brazil, or like.
But I'm saying Connor. Connor said some crazy stuff recently. About gay bashing. And all that stuff, I think that's worse than what Kobe said.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Kobe just said filthy animals. I mean,
yeah. And who says filthy animal? Really? I mean, that's an obvious.
That's a PG.
That's an obvious
PG
stick
insult.
right there. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's just his gimmick. He's trying to like get noticed.
Yeah. He's
using his pro wrestling experience to he realizes that nowadays like you have to do that kind of stuff, but he didn't say anyone specifically. He was just talking in general. Yeah. And he wasn't. I don't think he offended anybody. Oh, he offended somebody, but I don't know how.
No, he offended a lot of people, a lot of fighters for sure. But
People in his
you
own,
know,
like in his own camp, the Nunes got offended, and
yeah,
Bigfoot
he has a
Silva.
lot. He has a lot of Brazilians in his own camp. It's
But
like,
he said that he didn't care about them. He said
yeah,
that he's just there to work. He's only there for his coaches, and he didn't really
yeah.
care about his own
From
teammates.
what I've gathered and what I've heard of how he is, like he will have beef with somebody and just completely like ignore them in the gym. Like he'll,
That's what he says in the deal.
yeah,
He said, "Who's Bigfoot and who's Amanda Nunes?" Like,
yeah. He would like, I think who was it? Masvidal? No, it wasn't Masvidal. Was it Woodley or it was somebody where he had beef with them, and he would be on the treadmill like right next to him and just not even like say anything, or like he would be like turn his back to them. Like it was
well,
just like,
he said in Nero's interview, he said that it's him and Masvidal against the whole world.
yeah,
That he didn't care that if he offended his teammates,
yeah.
he gave two shits about them. He said,
So he's good. He's good people with Masvidal then, huh?
"Yeah, it's only him. Yeah, them two are pretty tight."
Yeah,
But he said that I mean, his calling of Tyron Woodley is I think he just cut in line for that title shot.
I think so too. I think
He's getting and he calls him Tyrone on purpose, and
yeah,
he gets in his head. So I think that's a fight to make.
yeah. I think that's a fight to make. I mean, it's got the most attention right now. I don't know if they're gonna give him one more fight. I don't know if he needs one more fight to get that.
He's saying all the right things. He's
Yeah,
defending
he's saying
people.
all the right
I mean,
things.
good or bad, he's getting noticed.
But then you got Tyron Woodley saying that he wants the winner of GSP and Michael Bisping, and
Yeah,
it's
get the
like,
hell out of here with that.
it's just I
That's
don't
why
know.
people don't like him.
That's why I think that's exactly what I thought.
He
That's why
doesn't
people don't like
he
him.
doesn't even want to defend his own his title from his own weight
Yeah,
class.
yeah. So I think honestly I would probably choose him to have a good chance of just retaining his title against Colby Covington. I think he's by far a more talented mixed martial artist, but um, Colby's no joke. I think he's gonna be tough for anybody.
I think Tyron needs to like just clean out his division first before you're thinking about any
Yeah,
super fights.
I think that'll be a good fight. I think he has a good chance of winning. I think he should take the fight. It's got a lot of heat, and Colby will help in the promotional aspect.
Yeah,
I think it's a good fight to make. I think you
yeah.
should take it.
It'd be tough for that fight to headline a pay per view. Just because
Yeah, it's definitely a co-main event.
not many people know who Kobe Covington is.
Yeah, but look at nowadays where they're just putting cards out for the hell of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
Why
didn't
not
realize that there's
just
gonna be
make
a
it
UFC every weekend until December.
till the end of the year, basically? Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's
So
too much.
so
They
I
need,
think
they need to cut it down.
they need to cut it down. Yeah, they do. I think. But yeah, I think they that would be a good fight to make. I think they could headline a card.
Yeah.
I don't see why they couldn't headline a card. I think, yeah, in terms of pay-per-view buys and general public, it's not going to do anything.
No.
But for the hardcore fans, maybe on a Fox card, headline a Fox card, or even, well, maybe not headline a Fox card because he wants pay-per-view points. Co-main event, throw it up.
Yeah, because I think the UFC it costs a lot of money for them to host an event
Mm-hmm.
and promotional all that stuff costs money. So I think the UFC wants to make money, and
Yeah.
I think having a fight between Kobe and Tyron is not gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think the UFC is aware of that, and they want to make sure they get a break even at least, so that
Yeah.
they might have them as a co-main event.
Yeah, and then you talked about not even remembering that the fight was gonna happen this Saturday.
I
mean,
thought it was this
that-
Saturday, to be honest.
that goes to show you how crowded the field is and how lack of promotion plays into it. Like you can't even keep up with some of these fights.
Oh yeah, you can.
Or some of the stuff that's going on.
Yeah, like you find out of the fight of the week of the fight.
Yeah. Find out that week. Oh, hey, it's this weekend. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like
and
even
I
217.
and I felt bad for those guys who are on those cards because they're not getting promoted
Mhm.
properly.
Like 217s this weekend. I didn't realize that it was gonna be this weekend. I thought we were still 2 weeks out. At
Me
least.
too. Until I saw the embedded on my YouTube feed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Me
said,
too.
It's this week.
That's exactly what I thought too. I was like, oh my god, it's this week already. I'm like, okay.
There's not much buzz either, considering
there
there's 3
isn't.
title fights.
3 title fights. Really, the card is stacked,
Yeah.
and the fights are great. The main event, the title fights. Yeah, no buzz, nothing.
Yeah,
Madison Square Garden. All the indications from what people are saying, it's not really selling that well.
yeah.
It's they need to change things up in terms of scheduling and promotion.
I think it will happen with the next TV deal. I think because Fox bought out so many fights to
Yeah,
happen, throughout the year. I think with the next deal that they have, I think they're gonna cut down on pay-per-views and live fights.
yeah. I mean, they can still keep the live fights, but in terms of pay per view, they need to scale back
Yeah,
and 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 make those special. You know what I mean? Make those kind of how they used to. How they you would hear promos and you would look forward to it. Now they have 3 or 4 pay per views in a month. And it's like
yeah.
it's not something you can't even build up any momentum.
But even with live fights and then building up for a pay-per-view, that's too much. I think
Yeah,
they need to balance everything out.
yeah. I'm wondering what they're gonna do. I'm wondering who's gonna take. I wondering what kind of TV deal they're gonna get if it's gonna be a lucrative one because
Mm.
you know who knows what the market is and the demand. You know, like if they've saturated it so much that the demand isn't there necessarily anymore because they've worn everybody out
Right.
basically. So it's gonna be interesting. 217 it was a great card, and then you had Machida Brunson. We could touch on that real quick. What'd you think about that? It's a quick fight. I know you didn't
I
see
mean,
it,
I
but
wasn't.
you caught the highlights.
Yeah, I got
So
the highlights. I
yeah,
wasn't surprised. I mean, I knew Machida had a good chance of losing just because of the layoff and his style.
yeah,
And the fact that Brunson has been active, so I wasn't surprised by it.
yeah. I wasn't surprised either, especially with that style that Brunson has. Even though he's not so much a technical striker, he's got that forward berserker style
Mhm.
pressure,
With power.
much like Shogun
Mhm.
back in the day when he would charge against guys.
Yeah.
Um, he would have that. That's Brunson all the time. If he's not like leaning back and trying to either take you down or avoid shots, when he does strike, it's this berserker barrage of
Mm.
punches. And I mean, we've seen with Machida throughout his career. When people catch him, it's usually in that case.
Yeah.
Um, it didn't surprise me. I for him to be out 2 years for a bogus suspension and to come back to a devastating loss like that,
Mm.
that's tough. You know what I mean? I felt more bad. I felt bad for him.
Yeah. I mean, he's up there in age, and I mean, we
Yeah,
can be seeing his tail end of his career. Who
yeah,
knows?
and he had 2 years taken away from him basically.
Yeah.
So that's 2 years of no fighting. You know, the division is different now.
He's taken so much punishment over the years.
Yeah, yeah,
So many
yeah.
knockouts. He's been knocked out.
And the losses that he did have before he got suspended,
Mhm.
there were knockout losses also. So
Yeah.
it's not, the later end of his career, he's getting caught more and more. So
Yeah. I think he needs to
Bernie's,
be not call
Bernie's,
it quits, but maybe yeah, I guess call it quits.
I mean, who do you really fight after that?
Yeah.
Brunson, and then you fight a couple mid-tier guys.
Mhm.
Call it a
He's
day.
probably going to convince himself that he lost only because he's been off for so long.
Which could play
A fact.
a factor. It's not the biggest. It's not out of the question because he
Yeah.
was out for 2 years. I mean,
Right.
it's a big thing.
Yeah.
We were just actually watching the commentary for the 217 weigh-ins, and that
I mean, the media said
yeah, the media stared on us. I'm sorry. Man, I'm when we're talking about like how the UFC hasn't been promoting their fights that all that well, and a lot of these fights go under the radar. This card is a perfect example of that because if you go just on the stare downs and throughout the card, it's insane like how good this card is. And I didn't even know a lot of these fighters. I didn't even know a lot of these fighters like Mickey Gall were fighting this weekend.
Yeah, it's
Like
crazy. Yeah,
it's
I didn't
not
either.
even promoted, nothing.
That was like a surprise to me as well.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was fighting.
Yeah, OSP versus Corey Anderson. Didn't even know that was going on this weekend.
It's a great fight.
It's they need to fix something because yeah, you
It's kind of
can't.
sad, right?
It's kind of sad. Yeah, because you can't have
I
like
mean, if the 217 doesn't do well on pay per view, you can't really blame the fighters. I mean, some blame has to go to the UFC for not promoting it.
Yep. Yeah, they need to fix something because yeah, you can't put it on GSP isn't as popular as it used to be, or this means doesn't sell, or this card's not that great. No, this card's freaking amazing, and
I think it's
they're not doing a good job.
I think it's a better card than the 205 card. To be honest,
Yeah.
If you go fight to fight,
Yeah. This card from top to bottom. I mean, we'll just go right into the breakdown because
because
there's a lot to cover.
If you put 205's lineup versus the 217 lineup, and you go, okay, we'll fight is better than like I think 217 is a better card.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. So you have yeah. Let's go just from top to bottom here. Yeah, Corey Anderson over St. Preux. Joseph Duffy versus James Vick. You have Paulo China versus Johnny Hendricks. Jorge Masvidal, Stephen Thompson, Wonder Boy. I mean, under the radar. Under the radar. I've seen Masvidal in the promotional in around the media, but I haven't seen anything on Stephen Thompson.
Mm.
I haven't seen him do any interviews. Nothing. No, it's not.
Uh-uh.
It's not even on the embedded series. I don't
Mm.
think it's not even on. What else? What's the other thing that they have going on? A countdown show. Did you watch
Mm.
that?
No,
That was
I
like,
stopped watching that years ago.
yeah, it wasn't bad, but it was but they don't even mention those guys. You have well, I didn't even get to the end, so I can't even say. Maybe they did. Yeah, you have Jacek defending her strawweight title against Rose Namajunas. Cody Garbrandt, T.J. Dillashaw for the bantamweight title, and Bisping versus St. Pierre for the middleweight title. Amazing card. So, Apollo Bronchinha, I'm not too familiar with. He's 10-0 against Johnny Hendricks. Do you give Johnny Hendricks a shot? Is this going to be the start of Johnny Hendricks' comeback, or is this going to be, you know, same as usual as what we've seen
It's
for him?
hard to tell because I haven't seen the other guy
Yeah,
and I don't know much about him, so it's kind of hard.
it's kind of hard to predict this one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could probably leave that one off, but I'm looking forward to seeing how if Johnny Hendricks can even make weight. Not to talk a lot of trash or anything like that, but I mean,
He hasn't been the same fighter.
he's had a lot of issues with making weight,
Yeah.
and that's his biggest challenge right there is always
Yeah.
making weight. Jorge Masvidal, Stephen Thompson, great fight, stylistic wise. I mean, it's gonna be a good one. What do you think?
I like Masvidal in this fight.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I like Masvidal just in general. I think
Yeah.
he's great, man, and I think Stephen Thompson is dangerous. He's super tough, but Jorge is well rounded and he's not gonna back down on this one.
His style's kind of predictable too.
Masvidal?
No, Wonder Boy.
Yeah, but that like Taekwondo karate
Yeah.
kind of style. Yeah,
I think people can figure him out pretty fast.
yeah.
And I just think Masvidal's gonna finish him.
I mean it's a good possibility. I'm gonna go with Masvidal on that one too. I don't know if he's a favorite in this one because Thompson is so dangerous,
Yeah.
but we'll see. Jacek Rose Namajunas.
Joanna's gonna probably get
Retain.
a retain and decision.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Joanna too. I think Rose is great. She's tough.
Too much
But-
too soon for her, I think.
Yeah, but even then, if you could do this fight 3 years from now, I would still say Joanna wins.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. I would say I'd probably go by decision too. Cody Garbrandt, T.J. Dillashaw.
I think Cody wins via knockout.
You think via knockout? Yeah.
Yeah.
5 rounds. I can see that happening. I'm probably gonna go with Cody on this one too.
Hmm.
TK. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a TKO. I say Cody decision. I'll go Cody decision. I give TJ a little bit more credit in that he holds his own, at least, goes the distance.
Hmm.
St. Pierre versus Michael Bisping for the middleweight title.
If it was 3 years ago and Bisping was active, I'd say.
No, St. Pierre was active.
I mean, St. Pierre was active. I'd say St. Pierre wins easy.
Hmm.
We don't know how he's going to look. It's been 4 years since he's fought. He's fighting a guy much bigger than him, a guy that's been active and fought the who's who in MMA. He's beating Anderson Silva. He's beating Rockhold on 2 weeks' notice. At this point, I think Michael it's easy to say that Michael Bisping is the most underachieved champion in UFC history. I'm gonna go Michael Bisping, man, in this fight.
Yeah. I see St. Pierre pulls it off. I say he pulls it off, gets the middleweight title. I don't know if he's going to hold on to it.
But he has to. It's part of the contract.
Yeah.
He has to defend it.
That's good. I kind of want him. I want to see how he handles the rest of the division, like how he stacks up against like a Luke Rockhold or
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
those
it's gonna be
guys.
interesting. Those guys are big.
Yeah.
They're big, so it's gonna be interesting. Yoel Romero versus St. Pierre. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh jeez.
I see he does it. I see he edges them out. I think um I think the size. I don't know. I can see Michael Bisping winning too. It's a toss up. But I say Bisping can easily keep him at bay. You know he's very active on the feet. I can see that. I can see a possibility. Plus St. Pierre has been out for 4 years almost.
Yeah, 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time, man.
And I think if Bisping gets taken down, I think he can get back up pretty easy because of the size and
This is
because
a size difference.
how
Yeah,
strong he is.
yeah. The size difference I think is going to be a big factor. I think so. But
He's
St.
so
Pierre,
much bigger than GSP.
but St. Pierre has he's one of the best at changing levels and catching guys coming in. Um, and I can see it. It'll be interesting. It'll be
Yeah,
interesting to see how that goes.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that fight. But I'll go St. Pierre. I say he pulls it off. So you had, and also this weekend. So that's Madison Square Garden. That's a Saturday. Bellator 186 is also this weekend. You have Bader um, defending his light heavyweight title against Litton Vassell. That's gonna be a great fight right there. Um, Emily Ducote versus Alima McFarland for the inaugural women's flyweight title.
Our buddy.
Her buddy Lima.
Yeah.
So you have that. You have Phil Davis versus Leo Liet. You have Chris Dempsey, Ed Ruth, Saad Awad, and Zach Freeman all on the main card. That's a great Bellator card right there. That's what, Friday night?
Hmm.
Great Bellator card. Let's see. Okay, let's go with the main event. Main event. Bader Linton Vassell. Who do you see this?
I like Leon Vasso in this fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Linton Vassell's been on the show before, and it's been a little over a year. Sometime last year I think we had him. Great guy. I see him doing it too. I think it's gonna be interesting. I think good fight.
Hmm.
Good fight right there. Great Bellator card. Make sure you catch that Friday night. You also have one FCs or one championships. Um, 63. That's this weekend too. Great title fight right there. They have a really good card.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually, it's a non-title fight. Open weight. Make sure you guys catch that one FC or one championship. PFL, which was formerly World Series, they're having their event this weekend too. It's also it's a heavyweight clash right there. Good weekend, man. A good set of fights. Looking forward to it. I want to give a shout out before we go to our friends over at the Fight Network,
Hmm.
who unfortunately, you know,
Lost a job.
lost their jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Wei Ting, John Pollock. I mean, who else? The whole team over there, huh?
Yeah, Jason Agnew got cut this week, and so did down the mouth, and then prior to that, Robin Black and
John Ramdeen.
John Ramney. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this whole all those pretty much the top guys are out.
Yeah. Pretty much the Fight Network's done basically, huh? The
It
whole
sounds like it. I don't know.
sounds like the law, live audio wrestling. Everybody's just like,
Yeah, for sure. Live audio wrestling's done because all the guys who did that show are gone.
yeah. Very sad. Very sad day. We just actually saw Wei not too long ago. We kind of got, a feeling like these cuts were kind of happening.
Yeah, he was telling us during dinner. I think.
Yeah, and I think he was, not too optimistic about his future.
Yeah.
But it was still unfortunate and sad to hear. And we want to thank those guys, everybody at the Fight Network, for pretty much all that they've done for us.
Yeah, like those guys have been cool with us.
Yeah,
like, they never denied an
from
interview
day
or-
one. Yeah, like everybody, like Robin Black, John Pollock, Wei Ting, Jason Agnew, like everybody, all those guys over at the Fight Network Live Audio Wrestling. Everybody has always been great to us, and it's a sad day to see that they won't be around in that form, I guess, because I know they're a lot of them are going to continue working in the industry and continue working in.
No, you're right, man. I think from other people that we try to get interviews with, as far as the media members, some are really hard to get one because they play the rock star gimmick, but these guys have every right to play the rock star gimmick, and they're so very kind to us. So.
Yeah, very kind, very supportive. Um, yeah, it's couldn't say anything better anymore about those guys. So they're amazing, and we're always going to keep in touch with them in the future, and probably have them on the show at some point soon. So um, just a shout out to those guys, everybody over at the Fight Network, Live Audio Wrestling, Wei Ting, John Pollock, Robin Black, everybody,
Yeah.
Jason Agnew.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for everything.
Yeah, and good luck in your future endeavors.
Yeah. Um, this weekend, actually, we're gonna fights this weekend. Busy week for us, and just in personal.
Those fights.
Yeah, and then I'm going to Complex Con this weekend, Long Beach.
You want tickets?
Great stuff. So if you guys are in Complex Con in Long Beach, I'll be there. And then we'll see you guys next week. Brand new episode, recap 217 and everything. Go to themmacomplex.com, get all your information, all the past episodes, everything.
Yeah, you can follow us on social media. You can follow me on Twitter, MMA Complex James. You can follow him on Twitter. MMA Complex Josh. You can follow the show on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all under the MMA Complex. Yeah, big fights. Hopefully we can get some winners on the show. Maybe if Lima wins her fight, we can get her on the show. She wins her Canelo flyweight title. But if not, there's a lot of fights coming this weekend. 217, Bellator, check it out. So have a good rest of the week. Enjoy the fights and enjoy your week.